Ty Simpson and Bama come out, and they were, first of all, that line, like, I get it. Kirby's 1-07-13 against everyone else, 1-7 against Bama. There's that. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get how they're less than 3 at home. But it's 14-0 Bama, and Simpson is leading them on the most efficient kind of night you can have. They were 13 of 19, Steve, on third down.
Yeah.
So impressive. And as I'm watching, especially in the first half, I'm like, man, Georgia's defense stink. Like, is that what we're looking at? They couldn't stop Tennessee. They can't stop Alabama. Like, they stink. Then the silver britches start flying around in the second half, and I'm like, okay, they don't stink. Question answered. And then Georgia starts running it. They ran it for 2.25, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Steve, on a 4th and 1, they gave it to Cash Jones. Is that his last name? Cash Jones. Chauncey Bowens had run for $1 and change, and he was getting about average 9 a carry. And on a short 4th down where you could have kicked the field goal to tie it, I didn't hate going for it. I just hated what they went with. They also had a receiver drop what would have been a touchdown, but Williams dropped a touchdown the first half too. So, like, you just that for me, it's the 4th down call in a game where you were leaning on them heavy and it looked like you might grab it. But I left that game much like Oregon, Penn State, but in a different way, just going, look, those are 2 really good football teams. I feel that way about Oregon and Penn State. I feel that way about Alabama and Georgia. I just think that we watched them lose to Florida State, and their obit was written in August, which was a fool's errand, because now everything changes. They go into Athens and win again. And again, it was the 3rd down, and then Grubb dialed up this great play call on the last 3rd down that allowed them to find the tight end, who made a great play, went down inbounds, knees, and we're out of here. That was, I know you were able to see some of it. If you didn't see the first half, that was really impressive, just the way Bama possessed it, maintained first down after first down, scored on passes. Simpson was fantastic.
Yeah, I love them. I said after Florida State, I love the fight that I saw. They just had to get the O-line figured out. I thought the drive at the end of the second quarter by Bama was monstrous to get a touchdown, because Georgia, I want to say there was a big 3rd down and then a penalty, because they were thinking maybe they got the ball back with a minute, and then Alabama goes down. The 4th down call you're alluding to, where they give it to Cash, I say kick the field goal, but what they ran, I love the call. But you got 2 freshmen on the right side of the line. They don't pin down on Overton. He walks into the end zone.
It was that close.
If Gaston just seals, just close off the guy in the gap, and he walks in the end zone, and that whole thing is flipped. But Ty was great, and Ty gets him out of that hole, gets a couple first downs. And then that last misdirection, Grubb got in his bag, man. I thought he was in his bag all night. That's some old Washington Penix stuff we saw tonight with the misdirection, the play action. I wanted to run this up because I know we're going to compare them or talk about LSU, and I haven't run the numbers yet. But Alabama was not great running the football, but they ran it 38 times. And you know what happened on the last play, that 3rd down? They ran play action, and they got guys' eyes where they weren't supposed to be. And that's because they committed to the run. 38 for 117. I think that's, what does it say, 3.8 a carry. That's a commitment to a game plan. And that's why, in the end, you win. And LSU still doesn't do it. They don't commit to the run game. And that's a big, big boy win for Kalen DeBoer. You could see, even on the miscues, they went for a 4th down, got stuffed. They had miscommunication, which looked like all the problems they had in road games, which they lost last year. When you go back at Vandy and Tennessee and Oklahoma, and he's out there, hey, defense, let's go. Get back out here. We got to get the ball back. It was a big one. You could see him walking out for the handshake.
Yep.
And how fired up guys were behind him. And then also they showed Grubb in the box, and the assistants next to him are like having one right there.
I'm glad you point that out.
Really cool.
That was very noticeable to me as well. Same kind of thing. Like, you understand Lanning's, I don't know. It's just relief, enthusiasm for the moment. I mean, you go into a whiteout and you win. That's as big as it gets. Well, you go into Athens and win. They don't lose there much. And
no. 33 in a row.
I want to say
it was.
Yep, 3-3. Larry Bird. Well, that's done. And I think that the reports of DeBoer's demise were greatly exaggerated, but that's what we do. It's the space we're in. Every idiot on Twitter, fire him. Shut up. It's not how life works. Jesus Christ. But whatever. Do what you want. I don't. Anyway,